Hi Casey, how are you? Give me a couple of minutes. I'm just doing the respec. Oh, you just woke up. Alright, this is a good timing then. Yeah, I think we can go for knockback. So I need 600 for this. Okay. Let's bring the enhancements to 3.0 first. And I believe it was 1.6 on attack speed. .58. Okay, this is done, and I guess we can get some more here. Right, 3.2 on everything here. Free upgrades. And 2.2Q, yeah, I think we can just leave that 2.2Q. Alright, so we are done with the respec. I think, is there anything I would like to reroll? Well, let's pump up my S mods a little bit first. So we get one level here, one level here, maybe one more level here, and one more level here. Okay, this is done, this is done. I don't need anything here. I wouldn't mind some extra defense percent. I'm thinking the health regen is, to be honest, it's not really doing anything, so I don't think I need the health regen. But if I don't have health regen, what should I put in there? Maybe landmine chance? The landmine chance would be nice for space displacer. So let's go with landmine chance. And defense percent. And we auto roll this. Hopefully we get at least one substat. Okay, let's see. Hey Nu, how are you? So I'll just do these rerolls and then I'll go through what the agenda for this stream would be. I think it's going to be something pretty interesting. And the only reason I'm able to do it is just because I have the gems sitting around here. Yeah, no, I've been good. I've been good. Oh, alright, we got defense percent, nice. So now let's roll in. Let's see if we can even get the legendary one. Come on, landmines. Oh, nice, nice. Mythic straight away. Let's save this first. And then we try to go for the ancestral one. So it would really help to get the ancestral sub effect for just for more space displacer mines. Casey, this is it's luck. It's luck. Quite lucky, isn't it? An ancestral and a at least one mythic subset just from what 1 point something million. the I think the way to do well in this game is to just have zero expectations. Okay, we're done with this. Oh man, do I have to spend money? No, let's not spend money. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what the stream what I'm intending to do for the stream today. So we have Thorns Resistance, enemy speed, more enemies, boss ultimate, fast ultimate, skip decay. So I don't think there's any way around it. We are probably going to have to run with the 98 meter range, just because of fast ultimate. But I'm going to be using space displacer. So the idea would be to put the extra orbs around my range line, to hopefully trim out some of the enemies. And I will put the workshop orbs around my space displacer ring, so that bosses would not be an issue. I think that would be the main strategy for today. And we also have the mythic effect for space displacer. How do I see that? Yeah, the mythic effect for space displacer. So I think it would be pretty decent. Now we're just going to do like the standard tournament run. Once we're done with the first tournament run, as you can see over here, I'm currently working on the ELS reduction level 7. It's at level 7, it's going on level 8. And I have enough gems to gem rush this. So what I would like to see is how many more level skips we can get from one of these levels. As you can tell, it's a very expensive lab. This current level is 188 quintillion coins. So it's probably a good idea to, you know, figure out whether or not it gives us a lot more level skips per level of upgrade that we get in this. And I think at least with this test, it's going to allow me to quantify for my tower how useful is one of these levels. I guess most people would be having less levels invested into this lab than I do. This is the tier 21 with 1000 lab. So at some point when you unlock it, then hopefully this video is going to give you a sense of how useful this lab is over here. So I think that's how we're going to go about this tournament. So I'll just quickly scroll through the stats. Nothing fancy. We'll upgrade the range in the run. Okay, and for my enhancements, everything is at 3.0, op size 2.0, damage enhancements at 3.2, and attack speed at 1.6. So that's about it. Orc Tower, hello, how are you? I can't spend, I'm free to play. Yeah, I'm going to go free to play in version 28, but it's still version 27 now. But to be fair, 750 stones doesn't buy very much where I'm at. So, I don't know, maybe I might get it later, but we shall see. We shall see. Alright, now let's hope for a good bracket, and let's get started with the first run. So, as usual, I'll probably have to pump up the level skips first. And Casey, I like your faith, but no, I think I would really want to go free to play. I think part of the issue with spending so heavily in this game is that, at least from where I'm at to where most of the viewers are at, there appears to be quite a gap in our overall gameplay, and I don't really want to be too far removed from where the bulk of the player base is at, just from like a content creation perspective, you know. So yeah, that's why I wouldn't mind just going free to play for a version or two. Okay, so now I've adjusted my ops. As you can see, my inner ops are just on the inside of my space displacer ring. I'm going to push my extra ops to around my range line. That should help trim out most of the enemies. And I need to turn on Poison Swarm Stun, remove the damage slider, and we are done with the setup. So what I'm interested to see for these two runs, you know, if ELS is useful in any way, clearly the second run is going to net me a better performance. But what I'm interested to see is how many extra wave skips I can get, or level skips I can get, by working on one extra level of that ELS reduction lab. Dinos, hello, how are you? Thank you very much. Good luck with your tournament as well. Your goal today is to make champs running the tournament soon. Nice. I hope you get there. Flares, yes, Boom Boom is expensive. That is true. That sounds so wrong. Dopamine is not so high when I can make 2 to 3 upgrades with 4,000 stones. Yeah, it's a couple of clicks. Okay, well, as usual, we'll check the bracket later on, and the way I'm going to be using my nuke and demon mode, assuming I can survive past intro sprint, would be to just use them for commanders, to protect myself against commanders. At least with this orb placement, if you remember from the last tournament, I was using the orbital augment. Electron damage was good, however, there's no orb resistance today, and bosses were an issue for me last tournament. So hopefully the space displacer stuns give me a lot more orb hits, and hopefully that's going to allow me to control the bosses a lot better later on in the run. Now, in terms of the overall wave count, I'm guessing it's not going to be that many extra level skips that I would be getting. However, we do know that each level skip helps very significantly. It's like a linear progress. So if I'm able to get, like, 10 extra waves or something, or 10 extra skips, that's going to translate into roughly 10 extra waves, hopefully. But because of how expensive the lab is, I'm still at this stage trying to find a good balance between investing into ELS and investing into damage. And so I think, at least from my perspective, this seems like an interesting sort of A/B test to carry out. As we can see, my health regen is a lot lower than usual now. Based on the previous a couple of tournaments that I've done, you know, at some point my wall is going to go down. When my wall goes down, the regen really doesn't matter, because this fortification is never going to fully fortify anyway. So that's why I decided to roll out that HP regen substat. But I am sitting now at 82.75% defense, coupled with the 95% damage reduction from flame. But I think this gives me a lot more survivability for dealing with overcharge as compared to the previous setup that I was using. Yeah, Casey, regen is kind of useless. However, like later on in the run, if the overcharge takes out like, you know, 70% of my wall health, and my wall doesn't break, I kind of, it would kind of help to have slightly more regen so that the fortification can go up a bit quicker. But once your wall breaks, it's basically useless. Any sort of fortification that you have doesn't have time to get back up. Graham, hello, how are you? If memory serves, perhaps we should stay on this screen. And I just remembered I need to change my target priority. So there's fast ultimate, which means that fast enemies need to go up top. So too do ranged enemies, I presume. And then we go with elites and bosses and closest. Yeah, I think this works. My extra orbs, I'm putting them right around the point where it's at the center of my black hole, so hopefully it gets rid of all the fast enemies. It gets rid of all the ranged enemies, and it can slowly chip away at the fast enemies. Graham says, I got 60 waves in Legends last night. I'll give it another try later today. Good luck with that. As you can tell, I haven't restarted my game in a long time. Look at how thick the death waves are. I honestly can't be bothered. I don't even turn off Chronofuel for my farming runs. The Chronofuel Plus for farming runs. So as you can see, my coin per hour, it's like 1.1, 1.2. If I turn Chronofuel off, it's closer to 1.2 most of the time. I do lose about 1,000 waves. I think this would be a good time for me to also perhaps try out tier 19 farming, because I'm getting to about 8,000 waves in tier 18 now, so perhaps it is time for tier 19. Octower, is it better to farm without CF Plus? Yes, it gives you more coin. So CF Plus slows the rate at which enemies reach your range line. So you kill less enemies, which means that you get lower GT bonus and all that coin multipliers. So yeah, it slows down your farming rate quite significantly. Or rather, like after about 6,000-ish waves, your farming speed is quite constant, at least where I'm at. So for the first 6,000 waves, it gives me higher coin per minute. Thereafter, it kind of peaks out at the same amount. So perhaps the better strategy would be to, when I hit wave 6,500 to 7,000, turn on CF plus, and so I can get to wave 8,000, and perhaps that would bring my coin per hour up to the 1.3 region. As usual, once we get to the end of this run, we will check out the bracket from there. Hopefully it's an easy bracket. Sorry, what am I talking about? When we get to wave 1800, we'll check the bracket out. I hope it's an easy bracket. I've been so pampered in Singapore that from doing easy brackets. This is about the time that I stream in Singapore. So hopefully I fear tanks in tier 17 will wreck me. They probably will, Octower. Just get more ELS. ELS really helps with dealing with tanks because tanks have so much HP. Orbital Augment is really good as well. I use it in farming. It gave me more coins. So with tier 17, it's not so much like the reason why tier 17 might give you lower coins than tier 16 initially is because at some point tanks become very difficult to kill. So during the tank ultimate, your golden combo is going to be very small. And until your ELS gets high enough, you're probably going to get very low combos very quickly into the run. Okay, so we can see that now it's 11.9. Every 20 waves, I believe the ELS is going to go down. So 11.9 drops to 11.1. Each tick is going to be 0.8% of ELS. And to be honest, I have absolutely no idea what that ELS battle condition lab does. Because I didn't really read the patch notes in too much detail. There were a lot of words. But we can actually test out what one level of ELS does in terms of the overall level skips that we get. So I think that would be a more accurate comparison. And for the golden combo, it's all about the size. Yes, it is. I got the last galaxy compressor I needed for Ancestral. Congratulations, Nu. It doesn't affect the decay. Yeah, so I think the decay doesn't change, but perhaps we start off with more ELS. So, you know, what I'm interested in seeing is how much more level skips we can get per level of that lab. Because basically if it's like 5 level skips, that means that 5 level skips for me is equivalent to 180 quintillion coins. It's very, very inefficient at that stage. I might be better off just going into ELS enhancements for some time. AKZ, hello, how are you? It's great that we are dealing with fast ultimates today. So it probably means that tournament runs are going to be a lot shorter, which should hopefully, you know, if it's anything like last tournament, I didn't have to worry about timing my demon mode and stuff, just because, you know, I was in trouble of like not completing intro sprint. So hopefully if this continues for today, then we don't have to worry about the strategy aspect. We can only think about the actual benefit of the lab. So just at wave 1300, okay, so we completed, or our ELS went to 0 at wave 1300. We got 335 health level skips and 334 attack level skips. Okay. And this is with like battle condition reduction level 7 for me. Eugene says, is it worth to spend 2000 stones on Death Wave cooldown and Black Hole duration to get permanent GT Black Hole via BHD plus GCOM or stick? I would spend the 2000 stones. Yeah, 65 seconds sync for Black Hole Digester, I don't like it. It's, if you want to use Black Hole Digester, you really want the syncs to be very high so that you get a lot of coin bonuses on all the enemies that you kill. AKZ, I'm good. And also Richard, hello. Hi Richard, how are you? Yeah, I've been good. I'm just trying to get my sleep schedule back in order. But I started running again. I'm not sure if I told you guys this, but I signed up for the Melbourne Marathon this year. This would be, the last one I did was like 2.5 years ago. So I'm hoping that I can get a new PB this year. And specifically, I'm trying to go for like sub 3 hours. But I'm really unfit at this stage. So, you know, I've only been doing like 3-mile runs, slowly working my way up the fitness ladder once again. But that's in October. I managed to secure a spot there, so yeah, got to start training now. You're welcome, Eugene. Dinos, no. So my personal best currently is very far away from sub 3. It's 3 hours and 47 minutes. But the way I see it, I just need to run. So it's a marathon is 42 kilometers, right? I need to run 1 minute per kilometer faster per kilometer of the run. That seems doable. So, you know, I've got like 10 months to train for it. The race is in October. I mean, I will just try it. If I can't make it, at least I will. I know that I'm pretty confident. 3 hours and 3 hours and 30 minutes. That's very doable. But if I can qualify for the sub 3 hours, the main reason for that is so that I can qualify for Boston. And one of my goals would be to eventually try to like travel the world and race in all the marathon majors. So that would be the first step for me. AKZ says I'm stuck between Spotlight Plus or Poison Swarm Plus. Spotlight Plus is great for bursty damage. Poison Swarm Plus is good for battle conditions like Tank Ultimate and so on. Oh, okay, look at that. We have lost 2 energy shield charges and our wall. This is probably where we might proc demon mode because there is a commander here. Oh, we killed the commander somehow. So we're still surviving, but because of fast ultimate, it's very likely that we would pop demon mode before 1800. By the way, why do I have my extra ops so far away from my workshop ops? It's just to trim out the fast enemies around my range line. I'm juggling the fast enemies away from my range line. And using the inner ops to kill the bosses when they get stunned by my space displacer mines. Flash says, yeah, 1 minute per kilometer faster, no biggie. Hopefully, I don't know, we shall see. But there's no harm aiming for something faster, right? Oh, there was a Defy, very nice. I think without the Defy, there would have been demon mode there. Or a second wind there. Run the marathon with a picture of my tower on me. You're bound to be and take first. Dinos, I don't even get first place in tournaments in this game. 3-hour marathon pace 4 minutes 15 per kilometer. That sounds like a pain. Yeah, it's a pain, Joperino, but you know, it's a goal. I think the hard part is really the training. It's just getting my body used to operating at that pace for 3 hours. And in the meantime, being able to ingest all the like gels and electrolytes that I need during the race. But I do enjoy running in Melbourne. It's less humid than in Singapore. The weather is nicer here. It's more cooling. And yeah, I mean, you get a medal at the end of the day and a t-shirt. As long as you complete it. So the primary goal would be to, number one, you know, not shit myself while I'm running. Number two, complete the race. And number three, get a sub 3 hour timing. Oh, that boss is not dying. Oh, there goes second win. Okay, we actually made it past wave 1800. That's nice. So just based on having fast ultimate, it seems like Space Displacer is working better for me than the what's the other one? Orbital Augment. Because Orbital Augment we lost second win around 1600, something like that. Flares, am I going to click the gems during the marathon? Nah. I don't even click the gems on normal day basis. So, you know how I got these gems? These gems, like on the 7th, I bought the packs for the month, right? That came with like 3,000-ish gems. I did the tournament, got another like 600 gems there. So it's 3.8k gems. Between last tournament and this tournament, my gems has only increased by 200. I didn't do any pulls or anything, but that tells you how little I click on the gems. Very, very inefficient account. Richard says, do I still think battle condition reduction lab worth its price early? So the tier 18 one, yes, I think it's very good, because it applies to all battle conditions. But now I'm looking at the tier 21 lab, at least for today's playtest. Unfortunately, I can't do the tier 18 test any longer, because I've already go boxed that lab quite some time ago. But the best I can do is for this tier 21 lab. The Great World Race 7 Marathon 7 Continents 1 week. Nah, Peter, I don't think I'll go that crazy over running. It took, so the first marathon I did, that was the only marathon I did. It took a lot out of me mentally. I think it wasn't until like, oh, there goes demon mode. It took a while for me to sort of reset once again, and I'm very curious why I'm only doing 10% of the boss's health from my orbs, because there is no orb resistance today. But why did the boss not take any damage from my orbs earlier? I'm very curious. Is it a bug? I'm just going to call everything that I don't understand a bug nowadays. Alright, let's see. Okay, so look at this boss. When the orbs were hitting it, it didn't seem like it took a lot of damage at all, did it? Or like this guy over here. I mean, look at the amount of orb hits that I'm getting on it. Unfortunately, we can't see its health. I guess we can wait for the next boss then. Okay, so there's a boss here. There, look at the orbs hitting the boss. It's less than 2%, isn't it? Or did orbs get nerfed? Right, in this case we did 33% of the boss's health. Why click free gems when I can get gems from stone packs? Makes sense. Yeah, Flares. No, we don't do any of those free to play stuff, you know. The whole purpose of spending money is so this game is AFK. And you know, you got to take the AFK aspect of this game very, very seriously, isn't it? Oh, there goes Nuke. Okay, we just popped Nuke. I don't know through what. This is great, right? 70-80 waves out of intro sprint, and the run is ending. Perfect kind of run duration. Run should be ending anytime soon. Oh, we somehow got our wall back and an energy shield. And since I didn't bother with like timing my demon mode and nuke in this run, I think to keep things as similar as possible, I am going to do the same thing in the second run. We're not going to bother about timing the nuke and demon mode. We did get one very lucky Defy earlier, so that may be a source of variance in determining when our second wind procs. So that might be the only thing that affects our run today, or our testing today. Let's see. Man, this boss is not dying. Okay, there we go. We did 1897. So total waves 1897. Okay, let's look at the stats. One Defy, black hole damage, swamp damage was pretty decent. Swamp damage is somehow more than chain lightning damage. That's great. Smart missile damage pretty weak. Inner landmine damage, I mean surprisingly inner landmines is doing more than smart missiles now. Probably from IOM Plus, right? I do have a couple of levels invested into it. And with the extra landmine chance and the mythic version of Space Displacer, I think it's helping with IOM damage. So Joking is going to beat me. Madurian is also going to beat me. John, I'll probably beat. This I will beat. Let's look at the bottom. Oh, okay, so everyone has done their runs. It's probably a third place finish for me. Okay. So let's go ahead with the level skip reduction lab. Oh, so painful. Let's gem rush this. What can I put in? Let's just put this in for the time being, and we get started with the next run. Yeah, so the only difference is that in the previous run I was, oh my god, look at this, 376 quintillion coins for level 9. We went from level 7 to level 8. Let's see how that translates into the ELS for this second run. So let's get started, and we go. Yeah, bosses have so much extra health today, Casey. It's so painful. I mean, electrons would be nice for it, but I kind of need the Space Displacer for the stuns as well. Okay, so everything is maxed out now. All that's left for me to do is to adjust the orbs once again. Orb adjuster, bring it back down to 30 meters. Oh no, what should I do from here? Do I increase the range first before putting in the card? No, I put in the card first, then I increase the range. And then we adjust our extra orbs to be around our range line once again. And all we have to do now is just monitor this this tab over here. So we got to 1897 in the previous run. Let me just check the tournament history. Where is it? Tournament history is here. So in the previous tournament I got to 1829. So it's Space Displacer is giving me about 70 extra waves compared to electrons. So yeah, I think Space Displacer is still working out better for me. Oh, and we have 29 people here today. Hello everyone. It's quite a good timing, isn't it? It's not very good for me. It's 3:20 in the morning, but at least there are more people. The second run, I'm not sure if you guys do multiple tournament runs, but the second run always feels very, very slow to me compared to the first run. That's very early to be playing the game. Yeah, you gotta play around the clock to stay competitive in this game, hey. Flair says I drop. Oh yeah, don't forget to like the stream, guys. Give me some dopamine hits. I dropped the first like on the stream. Nice. I think like the number of likes now, I actually have to be more, how should I put this? I have to be less forgetful when it comes to asking for likes and subscriptions, because I haven't been uploading videos very often lately. So I think it sort of messed around with the YouTube algorithm slightly. So, you know, if you're able to like the stream, that would really help a lot. Just push the channel up a bit more. You got into the tournament at around 2 a.m. all of us like, you know, staring at this game all day, all night. What a dumb thing to do, isn't it? But I seriously love the tier 17 plus changes that they made to this game. Tournament runs so efficient right now. Even me doing 2 runs on stream is going to work out to be a shorter stream than if I were to do one of those old tournaments. Steve, hello, how are you? Thank you very much. Good luck with your tournament as well. It's 8:22 a.m. in San Diego. Nice, nice. Hey Bonzos, how are you? Long time no see. How have you been? Rob says, oh, hi Rob, how are you? Only annoying thing is that now there's a big disparity between tournament setup and milestone setup. At least for me. Really? I'm using the exact same setup for milestones and tournaments. Yeah, I've been good, Bonzo. Just got back from my trip to Singapore. And man, it sucks. It sucks. I have nothing against Australia, but it's lonely here. And I miss my friends and family back home. But yeah, I mean, I think if things go according to plan, this would probably be my last year in Melbourne. Then I graduate and I hope to move back home. So I got to make full use of the remaining time that I have here, right? Thank you very much, Bonzo. Good luck with your tournament as well. Yeah, this is the second run. So I'm primarily testing the efficiency of or the effect of this ELS reduction lab. In the first run it was at level 7. I then gem rushed the lab to get it to level 8. So I want to see how much of a gain in terms of my ELS this one level provides. So that way, like, you know, it's the tier 21 wave 1000 lab. At least that would give players in the earlier stages of the game something to look at in terms of how efficient that lab is and how important should we be pumping that lab or pushing that lab for our tournament wave count. Rob says you just unlocked that lab last night. Nice, congratulations. Tier 21 with 1000. It's a pretty difficult milestone to unlock, isn't it? I mean, even where I'm at now, the last time I did tier 21, where did I get to? 1258. I didn't get much further than wave 1000. So I don't know how these people over here, they get to like 2.7, 2.3k waves. I'm probably doing something wrong in terms of my upgrade strategy, but I haven't spoken to Greeny for a while. normally when Greeny's around, I will ask him all the latest tech from those high above and far beyond where I'm at. And then I just implement what they're doing. Yeah, Rob, that lab is very expensive. The first couple of levels are not too bad, but it does ramp up very quickly in terms of the cost. Thank you very much, Casey. All the best with your tournament, and have fun over lunch with your friends. Yeah, for the milestones, Rob, I presume there's going to be a lot of RNG, especially if like tier 21 and you get double fleets, double overcharge. Oh, that's such a pain. Peter says, before doing tier 19 farming, could I do a tier 18 farming guide based on my tower? Because my coin per minute is really incredible. Sure, Peter. Yeah, sure. I can do that. Just bear in mind, my coin farming guide is is not going to be as useful as so especially when we get to the higher tiers, depending on what upgrades you have, it's going to impact the way you do your farming runs very differently. So like Christian, for the longest time, he was running tier 18 runs, I think without Poison Swamp. Yeah, he just turned off Poison Swamp completely, turned off Chronophil Plus. He had removed his bounce shots and so on. It's just so that you're optimizing on the coin farming there. I probably can't go into too much detail that way because I don't have I haven't really play tested much of it, but I can show you my setup definitely. In fact, I'll do it right after this run, so there's no need to make a video on it. No, actually, nah, it's okay. I'll make a guide video on it. That's fine. It will give me something to do. I was just thinking, like, there's not much content that can be made on this game anymore. So, thanks for the idea. Oh, right. I need to stay on this tab. Oh, thanks, man. Rob says I was very skeptical about turning bounce shots down to 1 per min or min range, but lost me fewer waves than I expected and good boost to coin power. Yeah, it's bounce shots. If you have high enough of an attack speed, it's not going to affect your wave count by much at all. You just need to be able to juggle the enemies around your range line, right? And that way you get a lot more hits from your orbs and extra orbs on the enemies, so you get a lot more coin. I like it. Thanks for joining the stream, Steve. Have a good day. And once again, we are down to single digit level skips. In the previous run, our wave skips went to 0 at our level skips went to 0 at wave 1300. So it seems like we might be able to squeeze out a couple more waves today. Under this setup, still at 4%. Is it? No, it drops every 20 waves, doesn't it? So probably around the same. 4.57, 3.5. Hang on, it's dropping by 1% now. Why is that? Previously it was dropping by 0.8%. Oh, it's still 0.8%, okay. Or is it 1.2%? Oh, I can't do math. Sorry, my brain is not working. It's too early in the morning now. Yeah, it's 0.8% still. Yep. .37. Okay, so now we actually have about 0.4% more ELS because of that lap that I had done. This brings us to 0 level skips at wave 1320. So we got an extra 20 waves. Now let's look at the total number of skips. We now have 341 health level skips and 340 attack level skips. Now this is actually very lackluster. Okay, so in the previous run with Battle Condition Lab 7, I had 335 level skips, so I got 6 more health level skips from that lab. I've also gotten 6 more attack level skips from that lab. And that 6 extra level skips was, in addition to getting that 6 extra level skips, it took 20 more waves for my ELS to reach 0. I'm guessing this is going to translate into, if all goes according to the linear thing that we looked at, it's going to translate to an extra 6 waves. which means that 180 quintillion coin is worth 6 waves in tournament. Oh my goodness, this game, man. Now let's close this before I feel too depressed about Farming all of that coin for an extra 6 level skips. Hans, hello, how are you? Okay, so we are around 1600. I think that was when my wall broke in the first run, like 1600 and something. Then I lost 2 energy shields, but we managed to make it out of intro sprint before nuke was before demon mode was used. So hopefully it stays the same. I did get 1 lucky death defy in the previous run. Hopefully that's not like a limiting factor in this run. Oh, there's a commander here. So I presume this was where I lost my wall in the previous run. Somehow we managed to kill it a bit better this time round. So we haven't lost our wall yet. Perhaps the level skips were actually useful, right? It allowed me to never mind, forget it. I lost my wall. I was too optimistic. Right, but around the same number of waves. I presume we're just going to end up with like 5-6 waves difference from the first run. AKZ, I chose Poison Swarm Plus first, and I didn't regret it. So I would say Poison Swarm Plus. Especially if you have a good development in your Poison Swarms already. Okay, somehow the overcharge is still alive. We're just not killing it. Alright, it's finally down. There goes second wind because of the commander. Seems to be exactly the same as the previous run. Oh, so close. Demon mode nearly proc there. But come on, let's squeeze out 30 waves so we don't have to... We can just go straight out of demon mode. That would be extremely efficient. 10 more waves. Alright, we're finally out of demon mode. Sorry, out of intro sprint. So I presume this is where demon mode is going to proc. I'll just let it play out naturally like in the first run. There we go, demon mode is procced. Yeah, so the reason why I said Poison Swamp AKZ is, well, you can use Poison Swamp in farming, but it's quite unlikely you would use your range cut while you're farming. So Spotlight Plus is not really going to benefit very much in your farming runs. You might see some benefit in tournaments, but at least for farming, the damage per meter boost is insignificant because you can't make use of your range mastery. And normally, I think in farming runs, damage is really not important. You just need to tag all the enemies with your various coin multipliers before you kill them, and as long as you're achieving that, it's good enough. Yeah, but AKZ, honestly, don't think too much about it. At some point, we need to get both. Ideally, I think it's nice to have Poison Swamp and Spotlight Plus unlocked, and then just keep them at the same level. So you go one level into Poison Swamp Plus, then next you go one level into Spotlight Plus, and bring them up to like level 5 or something. I say that, but as you know, my damage is pretty trash. My Spotlight Plus is at level 3, and Poison Swamp Plus is at level 4 at the moment. I'm still in the process of bringing them up to level 5 each at least. I wish Harmony Conductor increases the damage. Honestly, I like the effect of Harmony Conductor. It's really useful if you combine it with Landmine Stun. Just reducing the amount of hits that you take in tournaments. Or Landmine Stun Mastery, I should be precise. Oh, I just got a Defy, it seems. That's a lot of damage. Doesn't mean anything. How often does it miss? Well, my Harmony Conductor is at epic rarity currently. I didn't specifically see the percentage, but I'm thinking one is 25%, the other is 25%, so 50% chance of missing. Do I think you should unlock them first and then level them up? Yeah, why not? Because at base effect, there's still some bonus. Do I also combine it with Nuke Mastery and Slow Aura Mastery? Yeah, so I have Nuke and Slow Aura Mastery active. However, I don't specifically time my nukes and Demon Mode in farming runs. I just let the run play through, and at some point Demon Mode is going to proc, and then at some point Nuke is going to proc. When that time happens, that's when the bonuses are applied for Demon Mode and Nuke respectively. Now, because we had 6 more level skips in this run, I am presuming that I'm going to get 6 extra waves. So I'm going to say that my run is going to end at wave 1903. 1903. But let's see how we go. We're almost there. It does seem like I'm going to survive a bit longer because I still have nuke. So it's not that linear after all, hey? Perhaps, I mean, 10 waves is a lot in tier 17 plus, so we shall see. Oh, there we go. There goes nuke. 1907. That boss, because of Thorns Resistance, took out all my energy shield charges. I like these types of battle conditions where it's not just about whether you can luck sack your way through extra, overcharge your commanders. Yeah, I agree. But at the end of the day, it's really like overcharges are the main, commanders are the main issues. Like right there, I was lucky, right? The boss hit me, but Defy. So now there's this commander. Hopefully with the Defy damage, I can kill the enemies. Oh, look at that commander, it just melted. Nice. Like, I mean, look at the number of extra waves we are getting, guys. It's powerful, that lap, right? It's 6 extra wave skips somehow got us so much further. No idea why. Martin, yeah, I think it does. I think NMP works. However, I don't think many people would be using it because the flame bot is going to provide much more damage reduction than NMP is going to provide. I mean, this is actually pretty insane. I was not expecting to be getting like what 30-ish waves more from that 1 lap level upgrade. D2 into health mastery and a few stones into armor bonus made tournaments a lot less frustrating for me with overcharge. Yeah, I completely agree, Rob. Wouldn't it also help to slow the boss extremely to help it stay more in the offline? Yes, Martin, but don't forget, like with fast ultimate, it's the fast enemies that will buff the boss's speed. So even if you hit the boss a lot with your orbs, the fast enemies are the ones that are buffing the boss's speed to match theirs. So unless you can tag all the fast enemies with your orbs, the bosses are still going to benefit from the speed boost. At least that's my understanding. Space Displacer kind of does all of that, right? Plus we've got some extra damage from inner landmine explosions as well. So personally, I'm more in favor of using the space displacer. Now, I have absolutely no idea how I'm getting so many extra waves from 6 level skips. I mean, I've got 1 extra Defy. But it does seem to me like that lab is really good, isn't it? What is it, 65 extra waves? 1 Defy is not worth 65 waves. I guess this is where the run ends. There we go, the run has ended. But I mean, 1964 now. That's crazy. So what is this? We got 67 extra waves. Oh, 67. Right, so we got 67 extra waves from that one lab. That's pretty insane. Can I do any enhancements here? Yes, I can. So this is cheaper. Let's get this. Let me sort out my modules, start the farming run, and then we can wrap up the stream for today. So all of this is set up. Okay. Bring this down to 0. Okay. Farming setup. Farming setup. Farming setup. Farming setup. Okay. This is done. Turn off the stuns. Reduce the damage. And in the level skips, actually I can just let it play out by itself. Okay, wonderful. So I think this would be a good time to wrap up the stream. So in summary, for today's stream, I went with the battle condition reduction lab at level 7 in the first run, and then I re-ran the tournament with the battle condition reduction lab at level 8 in the second run. That one level of upgrade got me an extra 20 waves before my ELS went to 0 in farming runs, in the tournament. As a result of that, it gave me 6 extra health level skips and 6 extra attack level skips. In terms of the part that is surprising to me is in the final wave count. So at battle condition reduction level 7, I got to wave 1897 with 1 Defy. And in battle condition reduction level 8, I got to wave 1964. So I ended up with a net gain of 67 extra waves with 2 death defies in this second run. So I guess if there wasn't the variance in the death defies, that would be very nice. However, we can't really control it. Because of how expensive the lab is, as we can see, the next level is 370 quintillion coins for me. I was initially a little bit apprehensive about pumping this lab up because, well, if it was only giving me 5 extra level skips and that 5 extra level skips translated into something like 5 extra waves, I would say that it's not very worth it. But for where I'm at, 67 extra waves, that seems really, really good. That's what, 3% increase in tournament wave count for one of these lab levels. And so because of that, I think it's actually very worthwhile. So it does seem like econ is still important, right? From the previous tournaments playtest, we came to the conclusion that ELS is still important. So econ to get more ELS is important. Clearly, econ is still very important because getting more econ equals more levels of this lab, which I guess at the end of the day just goes to show that we should just keep pumping econ. So hopefully you guys enjoy the video, and I think this would be a good time to wrap the stream up. So all the best in your tournaments as well, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.